Now, Skip, obviously you're very excited about the opportunity, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's coming across in this interview. I also know that you're a very humble person, and you also mentioned a little bit earlier about integrity and honesty and character and those kind of things. So you're the type of person who I've never heard you ever like put down another company or put down another person or say it's not, they're not a great company. You've never said that. As a matter of fact, earlier in the interview, you said our culture might not be the best fit for everybody, and in that case, I hope you succeed at that other company.
Yeah, yeah.
Having said that, however, if you could define what you believe is, the biggest distinction, that you're the most proud of when you are talking with potential agents to join Keller Williams, and they may be looking at some of the other franchises, when you step forward with that agent and you say, hey, they're all great companies, and although we do have great training and all the other things we just talked about, if you could define one thing and say, this is really the reason why we're such a great company and why you should join us, what is that?
John,
I know there are many.
Yeah, there are many, and we talked about a lot of them, but the one thing that holds us together and sets us apart from everyone is our culture.
Right.
There's the one thing that no one will ever duplicate.
Right.
And so culture is pretty hard to define. But I believe it's your environment. I believe it's doing the right thing. I believe it's people helping people. Yeah. I believe it's the mindset that profit matters, and that we're business-driven people who are driven for success, and that we take profit seriously. I believe that it's things like sharing in the profit. Sure. That concept of being willing to give. My grandmother taught me a long time ago. A simple story, but it's something I've lived by ever since. As a young kid, I watched her as a waitress, bussing, waiting on tables, and she would run around that thing and in the restaurant and serve people. And if they took a sip of their drink, she was grabbing it and topping it off again. And if you were a kid and you didn't just get a cherry, you got a fistful of cherries. Right. And I remember watching her, and people would line up out the door waiting for her, and I was just amazed. And I asked her, I said, Graham, why is it you do what you do? And she said, Skippy, if you give a little, you'll get a lot. And I didn't quite understand that at the time.
But now you see it in action.
Shortly thereafter, I started living by those words. And truly, I believe it's what's allowed me to do the things that I've done in my lifetime. And I teach, I tell that story a lot to the people here. And I think that, servant leadership is important. And we can't stress enough about that at Keller Williams. We teach our agents to be servant. Because I believe that when you're out there helping other people achieve what they want, you're going to get what you want.
Right.